Hey guys, what's up? It's Starburst, and welcome to my Easter egg guide for Der Eisendrache. Now the first step you're going to need to do, or it's really more of a prerequisite because you're going to need to use them later on, is to upgrade all the bows. Now there's several videos on YouTube of showing how to upgrade the bows, so I'm not even going to bother explaining that or doing anything like that. You can just search it on YouTube and you'll be able to find them easily. For step 1, you're going to want to take an upgraded bow and go to the teleporter and shoot these prongs at the top. You'll know you've done it correctly when they turn gold. After you've shot all the prongs, you'll need to run around the map and shoot with upgraded bows, what we've been labeling as wisps. The first wisp will be that phone that I just showed, which is right across from Quick Revive at spawn. The second wisp location will be the tire on this car right next to Double Tap. This one I've seen a lot of people miss. The next wisp will be up by the Wonder Sphere location near Double Tap. It'll just be this box that's right in the corner, which I'm showing right now. The next wisp location will be inside Maxis's office, which is right next to Samantha's room. It'll just be this globe that's right in the corner. For some reason, when I was in theater, I had a hard time getting through that doorway, so that's why I'm stuck. It's just that globe that's right in front of you, right there. The next one will be a phone right next to the power switch. Every single one I'm showing is going to be right in front of where I'm looking, so it's just this phone that's right there. The fourth wisp location will be inside the comm room, which is this area with all the computers. It's just going to be this radio that's up in the corner right here, the one with the weird prong thing on it. And then the next one will be this clock that is up above the dragon statue. Again, these will all be electrified when you're looking for them, so they're pretty hard to miss if you know where you're looking. And then the final one is a clock up in the barracks next to the clock tower. So again, these are all pretty hard to miss. When you're actually looking for them, you just have to be sure to look around, have several people looking. And when you're doing this step, you have to be really careful about shooting your bows, because if you shoot anywhere near an object with anything that has any kind of particle effect, so like Widow's Wine grenades, the bows, a ray gun, it can set it off. And whenever you do it wrong, you will hear this sound. Now, when that happens, all you have to do is go to the start of the next round, and you'll be able to do it again like we're showing here. Whenever it's done correctly, you'll hear another noise. It's not really a Margot growl, it's just kind of like a really deep sound, and then that means you can go ahead and run to the teleporter. Once everyone is back at the teleporter, you will all just press square, or someone will press square and it'll initiate you back into time. This is when you will go into the Groff cutscene, where you'll need to pick up 3 items. The first one is going to be the blue soul tube from Moon. You'll use this later on with the MPD. It's right over in the corner. I just slowed it down to make sure that it's easier to see. And the next thing will also be the fuses that will go in the death ray later on this box in the corner. After you've picked those 2 items up, you want to make sure that you get the safe that appears on the code, because you will need it right after you teleport out. The code changes every time you teleport back in time, and all this, the step of teleporting or shooting the wisps, teleporting, and entering the code for the safe all have to be done in the same round. Once you teleport out, you will land at the rocket pad and a panzer will spawn. You need to be careful not to end the round, otherwise you'll have to shoot the wisps and teleport again like I just said. So just make sure that you all kill the panzer as quick as you possibly can and then leave via the jump pad. Or the teleporter, either one works. It's just more convenient to run straight from the teleporter over to the Wonder Sphere, in my opinion. Once you get back to the castle from the rocket pad, you'll just need to run up to the death ray and insert the fuses that you picked up inside the interactive cutscene. Now, once you do this, the little box on the side will turn blue, so it's pretty obvious once you've inserted them, and then you'll just need to run to the other side of the death ray and switch it from destroy to protect. Now, ours in this game, the little arrow thing kind of bugged out, and it went way too far to the left. If that happens when it's all the way to the right on one side, that means it's on protect, and when it's all the way to the left, then it's on destroy. Once the death ray has been set to protect, you'll just need to run over to these computers next to the clock tower and insert the code that you saw on the outside of the safe. If you get it wrong, then you have to repeat the previous steps of starting the next round, shooting the wisps, going back in time, and seeing the code again, because it resets every time. And once you get the code correct, then you can just run down to the safe that's in the teleporter room. Once you get to the safe, all you're going to have to do is just press square. You'll see these 2 fuses and this floppy disk looking thing that's used for the computers. You just want to take these and go right back up to the death ray again. Once you get up to the death ray, you will see the actual Tesla coils themselves. You will need to go up to them, press square, and you'll insert the 2 fuses that you picked up from out of the safe. After you've inserted the 2 fuses, you'll need to go back to the activation panel for the death ray and set it back to destroy. After you've done that, Then you can run over to the set of computers where you inserted the code, and you'll be able to hit square and insert the little floppy disk thingy that you had, and it'll activate a game of like just matching symbols. Now, if you mess up the symbols, it doesn't matter. You can just do them again. You don't have to restart the round or anything like that. But all you have to do is just match the symbols, and you have to match 5.
Test complete. Systems functioning normally.
After you've completed the matching game of the clock tower computers, you will need to head down to the rocket pad. There will be another set of computers in which you'll have to play the same exact game again, however the symbols on the 4 computer screens will be different. And sometimes the rocket will go off and it'll totally screw you. In that case, you'll just have to restart it again. Like I said, you don't have to go into the next round or anything like that. You just have to go back to the computers near the clock tower and start playing the game again. After you've completed matching the symbols at both sets of computers, you'll just need to come back to the death ray, press that green button on the back, and you'll see Dempsey fall in the rocket fall down from space.
We ain't playing tag or bait.
After the rocket has crashed, you will need to go over to this side and pick up the goldenrod, which is just laying in the snow. Now, before you take it to the tomb, you'll need to travel back in time one more time. And when you do this, you'll just need to go into the next round, like I said before, and shoot all the wisp locations that show up, and then you'll just be able to head to the teleporter and teleport again. Now, this next time you teleport, Groff will not be there. It's just going to be an empty room, and you'll need to go to this chest near the doorway and press square on it. Now, normally everyone just says that you just press square on it and it'll open. However, every time I come over here near these computers that say sample and sample 2 or sample 1 and sample 2, I press square and they're able to open it right away. Now, I don't know if I pick something up and it allows them to open it right away, or if it's just pressing square and it just opens on its own. However, I just thought I would throw that in there just in case there is something over there that I do pick up. Now, the contents of this chest thing are the little black sun plates that are located around the map. You'll be dealing with those in this next step, and this is where things start to get intense. For this next step, you're just going to need to go over to the tomb where it has the imprint for the goldenrod, and you'll want to place it. Now, a keeper ghost will spawn, and it'll walk randomly around the map to one of the black sun tablets. Everyone needs to have an upgraded bow at this point, which you should earlier on in the game anyway, just for simplicity's sake. And you will need to stand inside these circles that it spawns. And when you stand inside the circle, it will show you a color around the outside of your screen, which will show you which bow you need to get kills with. At this keeper, it is orange, and that means whoever has the magma bow will need to get kills while standing inside the circle. Sometimes when you're standing inside the circle, zombies won't spawn. So sometimes if that happens, you just leave the circle and they start spawning right away, and then you can just run back in and kill all the zombies that spawn.
Here to get me out. That's it. Never provoke sleeping bear. Perhaps volcanic spirit lives beneath. Dust and all that that remains. Such big mouth, but tiny body. No explosion will equal what I saw in Stalingrad. You feeling enlightened, flesh monkeys? Double points! Is it betrayal for me to like this increase in earning power? It was my mistake for allowing you to get close. Is this cannibalism? I am not sure.
Are you in a hurry to meet your doom? Do not stand in the way of my plans.
No! Mechanical helping is back!
Not your friend.
Small explosion, small success. The tiny demon's appetite knows no bounds!
This right here is the part where I've seen a lot of people get stuck. This is why you needed that plate from the back in time process. You place it there, and the keeper will actually allow it to work. Now, if you don't go back in time, the keeper will just sit there and nothing will happen, and you'll be stuck on this step until you go back in time to pick it up. And that's not fun when dogs and panzers are spawning.
Our travels across worlds, they used to make me nauseous. Now, they make me...
Thirsty? Is that how you are feeling, Nikolai?
Saves me the trouble of doing it. Get down, hotbag! You'll not trouble me again.
After you are done filling up all of the black sun logos at every spot with each bow, the keeper will become a physical keeper again instead of being a ghost. Now you'll just want to follow him back to where the anti-gravity pyramid is, and there will be a small area of dialogue where no zombies will spawn.
Allies from other dimensions are always welcome.
My God. Attention all stations! We have a security breach! We have a keeper manifestation within the facility! The MPD is under threat! Don't come any closer!
Once the MPD spawns in, you'll just need to place the blue soul tube that you picked up from the first time going back in time, and that will open up the pyramid and reveal the keeper inside. At this point, I recommend everyone have perks, a good gun, and a gobblegum that they wish to bring with them to the boss fight. Once everyone is prepared with weapons, gobblegums, and perks, you'll all need to head over to the MPD and look down at the blue symbols, obviously to make sure you're standing on top of them, and have everyone put their gravity spikes into trap mode. This will send you into the boss fight. Once inside the boss fight, you'll have to deal with the Corrupted Keeper. The Corrupted Keeper will have several different types of moves, one of them being he'll spawn in the giant skulls that are like the skull bow, He'll summon in fire pits, just like the magma bow, and then finally he'll have his lightning attack, which is the one that you need to watch out for. When he summons his lightning attack, he will be in the middle of the pillars, like in the flat, there will be a flat ring in the middle, that he'll be right above that. When he is there, you need to have someone run in and put their gravity spikes into trap mode. Now, when he gets low enough, this will stun him, and you'll need to shoot the glowing black sun logo on his chest. You'll need to do this several times. I think we went through 6 sets of gravity spikes. I used mine twice, JFK used his twice, Kingdom and Ecliptic both used theirs once. Throughout this, you'll need to kill several zombies, multiple panzers, and this boss fight just itself is very, very intense. If you guys want me to post the full fight later on, I will, but just for the sake of keeping this video shorter than probably close to a half an hour, I will not put the full fight in. But just for the gist of it, you can see us shooting him in the chest and setting down the gravity spikes once. Once you're done with the boss fight, all you need to do is go back over to the front of the MPD and pick up the summoning key. Once you pick up the summoning key, all you need to do is go back over to the clock tower computers, press square, and you'll be done. The cutscene will go on after that, and once the cutscene is done, you'll get all the perks rather. They aren't permanent, sadly, but it's still pretty cool that we get something. And this Easter egg was just amazing to do. Thank you, Treyarch, for putting together such a fantastic Easter egg and such a great map. Their Eisendrache is probably in my top 3 maps now after this. And I just want to say thank you to JFK, Ecliptic, Kingdom, Rad Austin, MC Sportshawk, Champ, just everyone that I did this Easter egg with. It was such a blast. Now, I'll let you all watch the cutscene here, so I hope you all enjoy.
Protocol initiated. 30 seconds to impact. You are eating multiple rocket launches. What have you done? You are a fool, Richthofen! Even the destruction of this facility and my own death will not prevent the advancement of our cause. You have stopped nothing!
It is as I foresaw. 2 Germans at first, but only one remains.
The road is long and dark, but I know where we are going. We will complete our mission. He's still alive.
I fucking hope so.
This subject will one day wreak havoc across the entire universe. He cannot be allowed to live.
This wasn't how it was supposed to go. We were supposed to secure the package and be in and out clean. Instead, the whole thing's been one disaster after another. I should never have trusted you, Richthofen. Never!
You should trust me, Dempsey. You all should. This artifact has the power to contain and preserve the subject's soul. Your soul. But it can only be done after the moment of death, just as you saw me do to my other self. It is the only way.
Wait! If someone's gotta take him out to save the universe, then it should be me that does it. Good to see you, Tank.
What is plan B if I empty my weapon?